is Ethidio, 7th standard. Welcome you all for this new session. So last class we were seeing lesson 1. Voilà le frère et la sœur de Manuel. So hope you guys remember it. So before starting, let me ask some questions based on it. Okay, so then we'll get into today's class. Fine. So what is the name of Manuel's brother? Any idea what is the name of Manuel's brother? You can also refer your book, cross check once I tell you the answers. Okay, so hope you would have guessed it. The name of Manuel's brother is Denny. Okay, Denny Loving. So in English we will say Dennis, and in French it is Denny Loving. Okay, so the second question, what is the name of Manuel's sister? Okay, what is the name of Manuel's sister? Any idea? Okay, the name starts with the letter C. The name starts with the letter C. Voila, say Catherine Loving. So how many of you got it correct? Good, keep it up. Okay, next question. What is the age of Denny Loving? What is the age? How old is he? I'll give you 3 options. 15, 16, 17. That is 15, 16, 17. So out of these 3 you have to choose one. 15, 16, 17. So what is your option? How many of you say 15? Wrong. How many of you say 17? Again wrong. So the answer is 16. Okay, one last question. This is the 4th question. With this we'll go to today's class. Okay, so what is the color of the eyes of Catherine? They have mentioned. Okay, what is the color of the eyes? I'll give you 2 options. Okay, brown, blue. Yeah, it is blue in color. So blue is called as bleu in French. So hope you remember. So keep revising. So far we have finished vocabulary over, and then we have finished the French passage, and that's over. And now French translation is also over. Now we are going to see the exercise part. So grammar, we are going to see grammar today. So from lesson 1 we have finished the vocabulary, French passage explanation, passage translation, and now we are getting into grammar. Fine. Okay, so let's start. Now first thing, before getting into grammar, you must know the topic, right? So any guess what is the topic today? So you could see it on the board. Yeah, I know, but just any guess. Even if you see on the board, you will not understand. That's one nice factor. Okay, so any guess? Okay, so I'll tell you what is the topic and then you guess. It will be very nice. Fine. Okay, so the name of the topic is les pronoms sujets. Les pronoms sujets. You know, don't have any idea, right? Okay, I'll tell you something. Les pronoms sujets. So out of the words which I have underlined, which word is known to you? Little transparent. Okay, a word which is little transparent, like English. Okay, les pronoms. Pronoun is a pronom in French. It is otherwise called as pronoun in English. Okay, les pronoms sujet. This word is very familiar to you, even though if you don't know this is more grammatical. But sujet, the name is very, very well known to you. Sujet, without knowing this, you will not create a sentence. Yes, when you create a sentence, the first thing which you allot is subject. So what is a subject? A noun is a subject, or a pronoun is a subject? See, there are 2 things. You can use a noun as a subject, but why do we use pronoun? if you don't want to use a noun, instead of that you use a pronoun. Fine. So that's why you are going to see this topic today. The topic is les pronoms sujet. Please repeat. The topic is les pronoms sujet. Fine. Okay. So before getting into this topic, we must know what we already have revised. Okay. So we will take one verb, and from that verb we will jump into this so that it will be easy for you. So the well-known verb for you is parler, right? So I'll take a easiest verb. The easiest verb which I want to take today is parler. Okay. What is the name of the verb? Parler. Please repeat. Parler. So when I say parler, what comes to your mind first? It is a ER verb. Exactly, it is a ER verb. Yeah, that is correct. So second thing, whenever I say it is a ER verb, it is a regular verb or irregular verb. Example, last year 6th standard you studied 3 verbs. Okay, être, avoir, aller. So at RE ending, avoir IR ending, and aller ER ending. So this verb is not same as aller verb. Aller is irregular. For example, if I conjugate aller, the meaning will be je vais, tu vas, il va, elle va, nous allons, vous allez, ils vont, elles vont. So aller means to go, and we translate it, we conjugate in this method to create a sentence, right? So when I say a sentence, the sentence needs 3 things: subject, verb, object. So when I say subject and verb, subject and verb will create a phrase. Okay, subject, verb and object will create a sentence. Okay, this is the difference. Subject and verb, phrase means a short sentence. Okay, and sentence means a complete sentence. Subject, verb, object. Fine. So I'll write the syntax and then we will go to this. Subject, verb, object. So from this we are going to see only subject and verb. Okay, we are not going to see this object today. So I want to make it clear, we are just going to see subject and verb. Okay, from this you'll understand what is the pronom sujet. Okay, so even if you're confused, no problem, within 5 minutes you will get clear. Okay, so keep cool and just follow the class. Okay, first, as the rule says, ER endings is E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT. So whenever I say it is a regular ER verb, you definitely, what you will do, first thing you do is you will write this. Even in class, aimer verb, habiter verb, parler verb, okay, chanter verb, écouter verb. Some verbs I used to teach in gesture method, right? So all these verbs, what you will do, you will first conjugate using this method. That is, you will take out the ER. You will take out this ER and you just keep the radical. So for this verb, if I take out the ER, what is the radical? PARL is the radical. So I am bringing the PARL down. Okay. So I am just going to repeat this PARL till this, from top to bottom. That is from E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT. And this is the reason this is called as regular ER verb. Okay. What is the reason? This is the reason. So I am just going to erase the arrow and I am going to repeat. Just I am going to write. So what I did now, I just dropped that radical from top to bottom. Okay, so I assigned all these things based on something called as endings, right? E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT. Now this endings cannot be assigned just like that. I cannot give it just like that. it should has a subject, and according to the subject I have to put the endings, right? So if I have to put this e at the end, it should have the subject as je. If it wants to get es, the subject should be tu, and this should be il or al, and here the subject should be no, here the subject should be vous, and here the subject should be ils, ell, es. Okay, now what I did, I assigned the endings first, okay, but these endings are dependent on the subject. If I just alternate the subject, the endings will also change. Imagine if I erase this je, and if I put ils here, what should be the ending? E and T should come. Okay, so that's why I didn't do any change. I just wrote as you know. So according to you, you know, je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. So these things are the subject. Now, the pronom sujet is nothing but all these subjects. Okay, the pronom sujet is nothing but all these subjects. But what you have to know is, when you get the correct endings, you can allot it. If the endings are not correct, you should not allot a wrong subject. That is what we are going to see here as an exercise. Hope we can get into the exercise now. This is very easy. It is already known to you. What I am just going to do is, I am going to apply this. Okay, now this is a sentence. Now, as I said, first here we saw is a phrase. So what I said, first we will see a phrase and then a sentence. Phrase is subject and verb. Okay, and sentence is subject, verb, object. So here a subject should come, this is verb and this is object. Okay, now we have to find out the correct subject. If we find out the correct subject, it will become the answer here. Okay, and the subject should not be a noun, it should be a pronoun. Okay, the subject should not be a noun. Difference between a noun and a pronoun, you know. Pronoun is not using the name, noun is using the name of a place or a thing, whatever it is. Okay, so now we can focus on the verb. Now always you focus on the verb here, so that you will get the correct answer. What is the answer here? ONS. That is, the verb ending answer is ONS. So now if you see on the left hand side, which has ONS? If the subject is no, you should drop ONS, right? So the answer should be NOUS. Now let's read the sentence. Nous parlons français. Nous parlons français. Okay, now it became a complete sentence. Now it is not a phrase. So here it is a phrase, here it is a sentence, because this sentence has subject, verb and object. The endings are suiting for the subject. That's it. It's very simple. Okay, we'll go for the next one. Now you are going to tell. Okay, so just concentrate on the verb. Okay, because subject we don't know what it is. We'll concentrate on the verb and let's see what is the object. So I'll read the sentence for you. It is same as it is in your book. No need to follow your book, just follow here, then we'll go to the book. Okay, Dash habite à Lyon. Dash habite à Lyon. So first see here, je, e. So the ending is e. Either this should be the answer or this should be the answer. So you can use J apostrophe because it is a verbal here. Okay, or you can also use E or L. All the three are correct. Okay, we can say il habite à Lyon, elle habite à Lyon, j'habite à Lyon. All three are correct. So whatever suits you, you can use it. Hope this is easy for you, right? Okay. Now I'll just read the question. You tell me the answers. Okay. So next, the first thing is subject, which is unknown to us, and second is verb. The verb ending is es, and the object is les fruits. Dash am les fruits. So what is the subject? Yeah, you want me to tell the ending? The ending is es. So refer which subject will have an ending called es. So this is the only subject which has the ending es. So what is the subject? The subject is tu. So just take tu and drop here. Now fourth one, dash a the frère. So imagine which verb with this. In 6th standard you learn 3 verbs, that is être, avoir and aller. So out of the 3 verbs which is given here is avoir, and our verb first one j'ai. So this verb you already know, the answer is J apostrophe. Dash on un chien. The same verb, plural form. Our verb, if you say j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. So the answer will be I, L, S. You can also use ELLES, that is also correct. Okay. Next is same parler verb. So the verb is already here, EZ. So what is the subject? The subject is vous. So what I am doing here is I am just referring to the endings and I am seeing what verb suits me. So what I did here, I made a rough column first and then I assign the answers. So what you do is you take a rough, when you do maths, you take a rough column, you work out and then you apply it in your sum, right? The same way, if you do this and then you do this, the answers will be 100% correct. Okay, if you skip this, you might confuse here. Okay, so don't think you are very confident and don't skip this rough column. Okay, when I am strong here, I am also strong here. When I am not strong, obviously that will go wrong. Fine. Last one, dash s'appelle Isabelle. Now what is the question all about? Sometimes we forget to see the object, but in the last one, if you see s'appelle verb, the ending is e, so I can put je or je m'appelle, it will come, no? So I can put il or elle. Okay, but what is the thing which you have to see? S'appelle Isabelle. Isabelle is the name of a girl or a boy. So Isabelle is the name of a girl. So I cannot use il. So now what I have to do? I have to erase il. So now the answer is elle. So this is the thing. So rest 3 things I have kept it as a homework for you, and today's online test is this. So you revise this and I will ask an online test on this exercise number 1. You can practice, use the rough column, and you can practice and you can do this on your own. So that's it for today. Practice this and try to get full mark in your online test. So next class we will be seeing a new exercise. Until then, bye. Merci, bonne journée mes étudiants, and don't forget to do your homework. Write this in your classwork. So already I told you to write vocabulary, French passage and English passage, and then this one, exercise number 1. So test on this and homework on the same exercise. Merci.